Hey guys, welcome back to FightingYo.com. I'm here with Victor Darocha, and we're just hanging out. And I just thought we'd catch up after it's been a month since your fight, right?
That's right. Exactly a month.
Oh, exactly a month?
Yeah.
Actually, it is the 3rd.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well,
celebration
toast to that,
time, baby. That's why we're here.
Toast to that. We're having a couple drinks. Shout out Modelo.
Everything in due time.
Yes, sir. Now, I wanted to talk about March's fight, but before we do that, let's go back. Let's go back to how you got into boxing. What were you thinking? How old were you?
To answer that, to give a real good answer with some context.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
It would all start back in I was 10 years old, man. I was in 5th grade, and my mom put me in judo, and I had been wanting to get into some kung fu.
Yeah.
I've seen all those
You're watching
movies.
a lot of those movies. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I watched that shit when I was little, and I'm like, man, I gotta learn how to do that.
Who's your favorite,
shit,
fight
Jet
guy?
Li.
Jet Li? Okay.
Jet Li, all day.
Shout out Jet Li.
Shout out Jet Li. Bruce Lee is always there,
Of course.
but I never saw his movies growing up. I was like watching Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you already know.
So
Schwarzenegger is not really, martial arts, but
he's still an action hero.
He was a big
he's still
influence in my life. I'll be back.
Yeah, of course.
So, but it started right there.
Okay.
And I was a real hyper kid, so my dad was like, he wasn't trying to put me in anything that would be a catalyst to some more trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finally, though, they were very wrong about that. And let me just disclose that right now. They were very wrong about that because finally they put me in judo, and I just flew with it, man. I was like right away.
How old were you? You said you were 10.
I was in 10th grade. I was 10 years old in 5th grade.
That's really that's the age where anything could happen, and you could become either, you go off the deep end, or you could become something. And structure like judo, I know that really probably changed your life.
Oh man, I had so much fun. And then the funny thing about it was that to me, I got just putting the clothes on was
you had a
the shit to me. I'm like, fuck, look at this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like the Street Fighters right now. I'm like Jet Li right now.
Yeah.
I'm like all these niggas that I've been watching. I just suited up.
Okay, I see.
And I don't think I went to judo class. I was just wearing it at home for a week before my first judo class.
Wearing it asleep.
Yeah.
I see. And so that, how did that lead into boxing?
So yeah. So from judo, the next thing, I was in Brazil at this time. So from judo, I went to capoeira. From capoeira, the next thing I did was taekwondo. All in Brazil.
Oh wow! So you know multiple disciplines.
Yeah, I came from. I did a couple years in each one of those. Do
you have any
2 or 3 years
amateur bouts or anything with any of those?
Huh?
Do you have any amateur bouts with any of those?
I got two. I got 2 medals. 2 gold medals from taekwondo.
Okay.
2 competitions that we did.
Oh wow!
I got 1 silver medal from judo. That was my first tournament. Wow. That was my first tournament ever.
Really?
And I came in. I didn't know anything, man. Like I said, I was wearing the gi for a week.
Yeah.
Took maybe a class
just gave
or
you
2.
Power.
Yeah, no, it did. Took maybe 2 classes, and we would only have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
And then on the 3rd week, we had a competition. It was already scheduled. I came in, in the middle of things. I was like, I want to go. So, dog, I kid you not. I come into that competition knowing 2 moves.
Okay.
Or 2 or 3 moves max.
Okay.
The most basic thing.
Yeah.
Outside trip, inside trip, and between the legs trip.
Yeah.
And on the spot, as the tournament is going and I'm fighting these guys, they would do something on me.
Okay.
And I'm I had really good balance, so I could fight it off. I'm like, oh, I see what he was doing with that. And then I would do their move on them.
Just having fight IQ. Just you're kind of like born with that.
Yeah,
I see.
I believe so too.
You know, a lot of there's.
I believe so
those
too.
type of fighters are very. You know, they're gifted. They just know how to fight.
And competitive spirit.
Yeah.
Big time. Because even then I could call upon that. I'm like, man, I just want to win.
Yeah.
So I like that desire to want to win would make me use my mind in that.
Yeah, and then you learn that you have that natural
I would
gift.
channel whatever I need to channel. I'll look at their move. I'm like, oh, okay, now I'll do their move, and then bam, and then
I could do that.
Yeah, they couldn't defend their own move.
Okay.
I thought that was weird.
I
was like, this dude right here just.
Well, you know,
what you mean? You don't know the defense your own move, you know?
These days, you know, the coaches. There's a lot of coaches that are not teaching the right way. It's mostly just like hitting super hard, you know. But skills pay the bills, right?
So this one dude, he hit me with a move. He got my gi, pulled me down, and I was expecting everything but that, you know. So like, weird. I went straight down. I was so effective. I was like, dude, let me try this move. I did that move to everybody. I went all the way to the finals, and I lost the final.
Oh, okay.
I lost the final, and it was actually a kill, man. That kid, I think he finished me in like 30 seconds.
Oh, Lord.
Because in judo, when you land on your back, it's over.
Oh, okay.
If you kind of land on your side, whatever, they let you keep going. But if you land on your back, I think it's called the ippon.
Okay.
All the judo guys out there, I hope I got that right. Boom, and the fight's over.
Okay.
Dude, within 30 seconds or less, the dude just went, wow, I flew in the air and landed flat on my back. All the air in my lungs came out.
Are those judo throws? I know that.
I couldn't even breathe, and this lady was like,
oof.
Yo, are you okay?
Yeah.
I just remember looking at her and be like, you know, trying to act tough.
Breathless.
She knew I was okay.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And that's how it all started.
Well, what was the first gym you walked into? Boxing gym, I mean.
Okay. So then this already here would be like the second half.
Okay.
That was the first half. This is the second half. I walked into Normandy Gym.
Oh.
You know Normandy Gym?
Yeah, of course. Shout out 7-1.
Shout out to Normandy Gym. Walked in there. I lived in that area for years. I would drive by it almost every day until one day I was like, man, this is the local gym, dog. I never, how come I never been here? I gotta represent.
Okay.
So I walked in. Said, what's up to Danny? Danny's like, hey, you know how to fight? You know how to box?
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I know how to box because I at that point I had done some Muay Thai, a little bit of Muay Thai, a little bit of kickboxing
well, you're
too.
very well rounded.
So I'm like, fucking jab, right, hook. Yeah. I know how to box, you know. Okay. I know how to box and kick. So I found out very quickly that I didn't, dog. That was wow.
Completely different sport.
Wow. Yeah, no, wow.
A lot of people don't see that at first. Like,
super wow.
Punching is just, you know, it's the art of punching, really. It's different.
Really
it's completely different. Like, even the MMA and all these other practices and stuff. That's why you see MMA fighters come into boxing all the time and not doing as well. There is a difference.
A big difference, dog. So, a big difference.
And so now you have that. And so
I came in the gym, and my idea, somehow I had already in my mind that I wanted to fight.
Okay.
I wanted to. I was watching some boxing highlights, and I would see the way the guys would move, and I would see, you know, their punches, and I would tell myself, I'm like, dude, I could do that. Like, I could do that. I know I could do that. I know I could, just like these guys. So I would go to the gym, and then I would do exactly like how I was seeing the videos.
Okay.
And I would truly feel it in my body. I'm like,
that's that fight I
got it.
About.
Like I can snap that jab just like I see in the video, you know? And that's right there my first sort of like just like a knowing feeling that I could do it. I'm like, man, I could do this. I would hit the bag. I'm like, this feels good. Like I could take this to another level. But Danny wouldn't. He didn't believe. I think he might have seen a lot of guys talking a lot of shit and then never pulled through. So he didn't really take me serious. I'm like, yo, I want to fight. He wouldn't take me serious. And I had to find a way to make him take me serious. So I went to this gym called MMA Masters.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
My boy Edgar. Shout out Edgar had a lot of matches on my page actually, and yeah, he's a great fighter also. But continue. MMA Masters up in what that Color Ridge or something?
Right here in downtown Miami.
Wasn't MMA Masters and
they got more now, but that was like the original one.
Okay.
Straight up downtown Miami. Shout out MMA Masters.
Okay.
I walked up in there. I'm like, I want to fight. That was my idea. I want to fight. I got a few matches with them. I got a few matches with them. Did really good. And then they were like,
you had MMA matches?
MMA matches.
You had MMA matches. What's your record in MMA?
My amateur MMA record was 7 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie.
Okay.
9 fights total.
All right. Wow. Yeah. And you don't have any pro MMA matches?
No. So I did that. I got 2 amateur belts, MMA.
Okay.
And it was time to make a move to the professionals. And at that point, like I said, from the go, my intention, I wanted to be in boxing. So, and then I went back. Finally, I went back to Danny, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, like I got 2 belts over here. I've been trying to tell you I want to box. Like, give me a shot. You know what I mean?"
Okay.
So then he finally gave me a shot. Boom, we went professional boxing, and here we are.
Okay. Well, okay. So how old was your amateur career in boxing?
1 and 0. We did.
I had to back up there real quick, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
You went.
I'm a Sunshine State golden medal.
Wow.
Champion.
Wow, and then just straight to pro.
Golden medalist.
Wow.
And then I went straight to pro.
So tell me about that debut.
Oh, bruh.
Was that on ESPN?
That was on
Telemundo. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, how's that? Like, you're all of a sudden a pro, your first card on Telemundo.
Bro, that was an experience of a lifetime. Of a lifetime.
Saw the crowd.
I can't.
What venue was that?
I can never forget that. That was in Tampa. I forgot what stadium it was. It was a stadium. It was I forgot the name of the promotion. All-Star Boxing. Telemundo. NBC also aired it. In Tampa.
Nice. Wow. And so, how did that go?
So then basically Danny was like, all right, dog, you want to do this shit? We're going to find out if you're really about this shit or not, right? I'm like, and I was telling him, he would tell me, he's like, we got to build you up. We got to find you sponsors. We got to this. And I would...
Moving too fast there for you?
I'd be like, man, cut that out, dude. Just put me in the ring. I'll fight anybody. I'll show you what's up. Like, haven't I been showing you already, So... So he puts me in the ring. We get another pro debut guy, a guy by the name of Luis Albadejo. He had 55 amateur fights.
Wow. How did that go?
50 wins and 5 losses. So he was the A side, definitely. They were promoting him, and they brought me in as an opponent. Pro debut against pro debut.
Okay.
But we came in there and I torched him, dog. Torched him.
Okay.
Torched him.
I remember seeing the replays and everything.
Yo,
those highlights are everywhere.
It was crazy because I remember thinking very clearly, like, if I never fight again, if this is the only video that people ever see of me, I want them to see the real shit, the raw shit, the the uncut,
who Victor Darocha really is,
rough and rugged version over here. Remember in the first round too, like in the first round, I threw like back-to-back flurries.
Okay.
And after the 3rd flurry, I was tanked already. My gas tank was empty. And I remember this thought crossed my mind. I'm like, yo, you can't be tired. You in the pros now.
Okay.
There's no such thing as getting tired.
That will of the warrior.
Just Just kept on going until we got that knockout.
Oh. And I remember, what was that last, what round was that?
4th. It was a 4-round pro debut.
Yeah.
And I knocked him out like in that first minute of the 4th round.
Can't leave it to the judges.
Nah, yeah, sure. He was telling Danny was telling me, he was like, don't matter how many times you need to knock him out. They will give him the fight.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it for a second, Sheesh.
Where was that guy from? Do you remember?
He's a Puerto Rican dude.
Puerto Rican. Oh, okay, I see. And so, walk me through like the rest of those wins and losses. Like, what is your record now?
My record right now officially is 16 wins, 6 losses, and 1 no contest.
Okay. And so I know those losses hurt, man. You know, for every boxer, you know, like, but that was a different you, I think, because that was a different era of your career.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the comeback and all that stuff. But just walk me through like that feeling of like back then what was going through your mind.
Man, what was going through my mind was just to go on a streak, you know, like go on a winning streak. I wanted to get 10-0 as quickly as possible because that's when I was starting to see everybody was taking off at 10-0.
Yeah.
So that was my immediate goal to get 10-0. But I think I lost my 6th or my 7th fight.
Yeah.
That was my first loss.
You were almost there.
Against Dia Davis. We went to...
Looking for a rematch?
We were going for a big-ass jump, you know. Dia Davis, everybody knows Howard Davis Jr.'s son.
Okay.
Used to have a promotion down here in Florida, down here in South Florida. And the very experienced boxer, I think he was like 29 and 2 or some shit when I fought him. And I was 4-0. 5 and something like that.
Yeah.
4 or 5-0, something very
real ones.
Very green.
Okay, I see.
And I lost that fight by a point. Because he hit me real. He caught me real slick, dog. Real slick. That was an eye opener for me too. Because I was coming in forward. I was like, I'm gonna crush this guy, like I was doing to everybody. And then I would just miss him by like an inch. I kept missing him by like a centimeter, by an inch. Like he was right there. I would touch him. And then when I would go to hit him, he wouldn't be there no more. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? I'll come back to my corner and I tell him like, oh, he's getting lucky. I got him now. I could taste it. Second round, come back, same shit. I'm like, I could taste it. I'm getting closer. Third round, come back. I'm like, no, he's not getting lucky. He got me figured out. That's what he got. He got me figured out at this point. And then I made a switch, but it was too late. He had already built a little advantage.
He was already crafty and winning on the points. So
learning experience.
Okay. And that's always hard. Hold on. My bad. Somebody called right there. But at least we got that story in there. All right. And so for your comeback with Rivalta Boxing, shout out Rivalta Boxing.
Shout out Rivalta Boxing. Shout out Henry.
Yeah, thank you for that March Madness event, which was wild too. I had so much fun, you know what I'm saying? And everybody that went. And the after party, forget about it. So,
the after party.
It was great. Yeah, David was all over the place. But tell me about the contract. Was it a 1-fight contract?
Yeah,
it's a 1-fight contract. Do you see yourself ever coming back with Rivalta?
Absolutely. You know, part of that sit down that we had, it was like a coming together. Because I had already known Henry for some time. We had a sit down prior to March 3rd, 2 or 3 years ago, actually, when he was running heavyweight factory. I think it's called Heavyweight Factory promotion down here in South Florida also. And I'm like, bro, let me be on your card. You know, we talked, we got to know each other, but nothing ever came through.
Yeah.
But, you know, we always kind of had him there. I had him, you know, I had never forgot about that conversation that we had. So all of a sudden, fast forward now, 2-3 years later, I'm on Instagram and I see that, March Madness, Rivalta Boxing, 2023, March 3rd is about to go down. So I hit him up right there. I DM'd him, actually. And I said, yo, what's up, Henry? What's going on? What can I do to be on your card? Something like that.
Yeah.
put me down. We'll sell out that VIP like crazy. Okay. I said something like that.
that was easy. He just took it, right?
I know what they're looking for. That's part of the game too. Part of being in the game now.
But who's not gonna want a guy like you on the card? Because at the end of the day, you sold a lot of tickets on that night. You know,
we did good.
Don't underplay yourself, my friend.
Yeah, we did good, man. Thank God. We been building up a fan base since those amateur days. And then also I teach cardio boxing classes in
the
2 different gyms
of
now, but in the past in a couple of other gyms as well. So building up that core base, that fan base here for sure has been the right move, because when this moment finally came, I had something to show for how long I've been in the game. You know what I mean? Hey, like who do you know? It's funny because these guys, who told me this? You know, they don't really care. You have to back it up, of course, because if you don't back it up, you're gonna be history pretty soon. But what they care the most about is if you can sell tickets.
Right? Yeah.
You sell a whole bunch of tickets.
Yeah, look, McGregor hasn't won in
lose a couple times, and they'll still keep bringing you back. Look at Conor McGregor.
Hasn't won in years.
Yeah.
But the guy can sell.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you brought to the table, and so how was that training camp? How much time did you have?
Dude, the training camp was great. Shout out Baguru getting me in the best shape of my life.
Shout out Daron.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. You know, what an asset. What an asset.
He really came through for you on that.
What an asset, because you gotta get. Here's another big piece of the puzzle. In the first part of my career, my first coach, he showed me a lot of things, but our flow, our energy was not compatible. You know,
sometimes
it was a little too intense. And somebody told me one time like this. He was like, "Look, fighting is an intense thing. When you get there, your engine's gonna get hot, because you're gonna be running that thing. So imagine if you're already hot before you go in, you're gonna blow up. You're gonna overheat.
Yeah,
you're gonna burn out.
Like a car.
And that's kind of what was happening in my first part of my career. It was like too much intensity. It worked great for my pro debut.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Go watch that shit. But it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? It's like a first and a second gear. You gotta have that powerful first and second gear, but you can't run a race on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You need to have 3, 4, 5. You need to be able to downshift if you need to downshift and play with them gears. And with Bodgru, that's a good metaphor to how we've elevated our training. Like I had a great engine already, and then he came and installed a gearbox for me. You know, I was able to go like 1, 2, 3, bring it back real quick.
A little bit of nitrous.
You know, let the guy think that we were over the hill and now he's coming down, and then hit him with a quick upshift again,
and that's what you were doing.
Burn his ass. Yeah,
that's what you're doing, and
it's a whole nother level.
Yeah, this guy Lawrence Gabriel, shout out Lawrence. And you guys were both respectful afterwards and everything. I'm actually proud of you guys. But he used to fight a heavyweight. Have you fought other guys that kind of did the same thing as him, bounce between those weight classes? Was that the first time you fought somebody that was like that?
Nah, hell no. I fought a guy, Steven Nelson.
Okay.
Fucked me up.
Yeah, was he like a naturally heavyweight?
He was a light heavyweight.
Okay.
But bona fide light heavyweight.
Yeah, okay.
Bona fide.
I see.
So we went in there again, another jump. Stablemates with Crawford.
Oh, really?
Stablemates.
Don't blame you then.
Yeah, we went in there. The tail of that tape was an 8-rounder, 8-round fight.
Yeah.
So we were boxing, very technical. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So I'm like, boom, I 6 rounders up. I go to my corner, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, they're gonna give this dude the fight because decision is gonna go to him.
Yeah.
If I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm not gonna win this. And at that moment, I made a decision. I'm like, I could go the distance with this guy and lose a decision and then live the rest of my life wondering what if I had pressed the gas? What if I had tried or attempted something? Or I could attempt that shit right now. Maybe I'll win and maybe I'll lose. But at least I'll fucking know the answer, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's a good mindset to go in with because.
And that's what happened, dog. And I went in there. I tried something. I exposed myself. He capitalized right away. Caught me with a Mike Tyson motherfucking finisher fatality. Body, uppercut to the nose. Rocked my shit.
Yeah.
Rocked my shit, bro. I hit the fucking deck. And I remember being in so much pain because it was an uppercut flush to the nose. I never even seen anybody get hit like that. Oh, man. It was fucked up.
Too bad it had to be the first time on you.
Boom, I hit the deck and all I remember thinking was like, you gotta get up. You gotta get up, you gotta get up, you gotta get up. And I got up straight out of just heart and grit. But I was in no fighting condition. My eyes was completely blurred. He hit me so flush that tears just flooded my eyes.
Yeah.
And
you couldn't see anymore.
I couldn't see anything. I could just see him coming at me, you know. So I was like, the referee saw it and he stopped it. Another great learning experience. Nevertheless, something that I'm very proud of. I'm happy with that result because, like I said, I don't have a question in my mind as to how that shit could have gone. I went over there and I found out. And it's because of moments like that that I have a different composure now. You know, because I've been, and I tell myself this too in my preparation, I'm like, I've been through every scenario. I've knocked people out. I've been knocked out. I've had a quick night. I've had a long night.
Okay.
So it's a very, I want to say comfort. Comfort is a funny word to use, but it's like, yeah, it's a comfortable feeling that, you know, you're comfortable in the uncomfortable.
I see.
Like, I've been here before. I know where this is gonna go.
All right. Well, back to Lawrence Gabriel. Was he bigger than this Nelson fellow?
Taller, yeah.
Did he hit harder? Who hit harder in your opinion? Even though I know you got hit by something flush, you think that
Nelson hit me with harder shots. I believe Nelson was a stronger guy, period.
Yeah.
But it also, I was a different fighter then. That's
probably what it was.
Completely different fighter.
And so against Lawrence, take me through that fight again, because that was so much fun. We had the whole crowd screaming your name. And you know, I was there in the crowd with everybody, and it was wild. So every punch that you landed, we were screaming your name, and you had full support of the whole crowd, and so it was really the main event. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people left afterwards.
Yeah, but we had it cracking. The place was jumping for bout number 6. Hey, by the way, real quick interruption. I brought you a little. Brought you a little gift over here, brother.
Don't mind if I do.
Me to you. A little token of appreciation.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you, sir.
We out here celebrating, so it's only right.
Hey, my birthday's on 4/20. It's almost here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man. We're 17 days away.
Sir.
So
yes, sir.
Why not? Right? And so, Lawrence, what that was an 8-round fight or 6-round?
That was a 6-round fight.
Yeah, 6-round fight.
Yeah.
And I remember you hitting him with the jab to the body.
Yeah.
The jab to the body, and then going upstairs with the straight and the hooks. And you had him hurt multiple times. I saw. Tell me what you thought when he was hurt. Did you think that you could take him out, or did you let go of the gas and try to keep boxing?
What happened there was so the bell rang, right? The first round started, and as soon as the bell rang, this guy stretched out his arm like motherfucking Dalsim from Street Fighter. Boom! And his head was in my face. Pow! 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 The bell rang.
Long reach.
The bell rang. I got hit like 3 times. I'm going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This was way longer than I thought, and quick too. Mm-hmm. Oh, he came to win.
Yeah, no, I saw that, but he learned really quickly because I don't think you even lost a round almost. Maybe one or two, but for the most part, I saw you really hurting him.
I watched that fight already a couple of times. I beat him with some real fundamental stuff. Mm-hmm. I beat him really nothing. My whole game plan, which was I wanted to start establishing some setups. That's why I started going to the body right away. To divide his attention upstairs, downstairs, and then I was gonna start feinting down, going up, which I did a couple times, but I wanted to do it a lot more. Right. And to his credit, he was disrupting my game. Mm-hmm. The entire time. I would start the setup, and then he would disrupt it. So I had to reset. And his hand was in my face again all the time, quick. So I started beating him with some fundamental stuff, which is just getting me my head off the line. Rhythm, of course, rhythm. Yeah. Establishing the rhythm, establishing a nice flow, the footwork, yeah. And then when you strike, get your head out the way. Flow,
stay out of the center line.
Stay out of that center line. That's how I made the most damage. Mm-hmm. And then going to the body, going to the head. Going to the body, going to the body, to the head, to the head, to the body.
Doing that kind of like Mike Tyson upwards, like hooks, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, and that was really good. So coming in the first round, those hands are coming at me fast.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't do anything that I was planning to do because I was already reacting. Uh-huh. So it's like, oh shit! You see, the fight started with a lot of head movement from my part because I was trying to understand how fast he was coming, how long is this guy actually? What the fuck is going on over here? This down seam shit. Yeah. And I go to
like the Matrix, like kind of like dodging those because those things are so long.
Yeah.
That's wow.
And he was throwing.
That's a big guy.
Boom, 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 boom. He was throwing, but I was comfortable. Because I knew my defense has improved. Worked a lot on my defense, so I knew that there was not a moment in that fight that I was like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah.
At every moment, I had something to do in my mind. Training went great preparation, great repetition.
That's really
experience. The key. Yeah. So I went a great corner. I went to the corner, and Darocha told me, he's like, yo, look, just throw the overhand. His head is right there. Just throw it. And now I hadn't seen it. This is actually a great story to illustrate the difference between the first phase and the second phase in my corner.
Right.
First phase in my corner, I would come back and it was like all this screaming and this intensity. Fuck him up. And I'm like, okay, but what about some intel? Yeah. Let's get some data.
You gotta do your homework on a fighter in the first couple rounds sometimes,
Yeah.
You've seen how Mayweather used to pick his opponents down, he didn't even really start till the 6th round most of the time.
Hey, so that's boxing. That's boxing right there. Yeah. Chess.
And most don't know about boxing. So your skills improved.
Oh man, a whole lot. Your
strength improved.
It comes with that confidence, that experience, time in the game. Because a lot of times you can know exactly what to do, but if you don't have confidence in it, for example, and then in the fight, you only have so much time to make adjustments before you either start getting fucked up or you start losing the round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're falling behind.
You gotta make it.
You have a very short time to make adjustments.
Yeah.
So I was like, boom, 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 and just like focusing on where it's coming from, not to get hit. My corner was like, yo, throw that overhand because it's there. And I remember going like, yo, I haven't seen it yet because I've been over here trying to get out of the way of these punches. Yeah. But if my corner tells me, and I have that confidence in him too, you know what I mean? Because the training's been so good,
they see stuff that you don't see.
So good. There's a great rapport. And trust. Trust in his skill set, also in the sharpness of his eye that we see. We're on the same page.
All right.
So I was like, all right, bro. He said it's there, so let me just throw it. Fight. It came up to a moment. Boom, boom, boom. I'm starting to set up that overhand, and the moment came, and I said to myself, okay, I might get hit, but I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna risk it and throw it. took my head off the line, and if you see the replay, the jab comes.
Yeah.
I think it was either straight hand or a jab came straight over.
And then you hit him.
Bam! Over the top. First one I threw landed flush.
And I think I remember that one.
So a good friend of mine, Jeremy Haynes, tells me to repeat successful actions. So I was like, shit, if it landed it, I'm going to throw it right away again. I immediately threw it again, and it immediately landed again. I think I threw like 4 consecutive overhands.
Uh-huh.
It's funny because, think about it, nobody's going to expect really a 4 consecutive overhands, you know.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Repeat successful actions.
Exactly.
So boom. Saw it land. Second round went great.
Uh-huh.
Came back into the third round with a winning solution.
Yeah.
Body, get the head off the line, overhand. Okay. Body, get the head off the line, overhand. Reset, establish jab again. Feint. Come in, body, overhand.
Boom.
Yeah.
And did he have you hurt at all?
No.
All right. I see. That's that conditioning.
Yeah, the defense also great.
Mm-hmm.
Defense great.
I saw that. It was major change, and so now that's the beginning of the second part of your career. And so, what is it that you're looking to do? Are you looking to stay active?
Yeah, bro, definitely. I'm in my prime now.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely, because I'm 33.
Mm-hmm.
I got my man strength on. I'm running on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders. Mm-hmm. Got that experience, time in the game.
Any
prime time.
Any conversations going on lately that maybe you could fill us in on? And if there are,
I'll tell you what we are working on right now. Basically, staying active, signing with the biggest promotions. We want to be there now because we're in our prime right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just getting in front of the right people, having the right conversations, mm-hmm. and signing. You know, making the deal happen like we did at Rivalta. At Rivalta, we sat down, mm-hmm. made an arrangement, made a deal, and made it happen. And a lot of guys, boxers need to be more businessmen.
Yes.
Okay? All the fighters out there. Boxers and MMA, everybody in the entertainment business, man. Mm-hmm. We need to grow up, we need to step up, we need to level up, stop being pimped.
Yeah.
You know, getting pimped. Take
charge of your own life. Really.
Yeah.
Your own
but you gotta think, you know, you gotta think. People don't wanna think. Mm-hmm. And if anything, look at that. I believe in God, man, and I believe that everything is working in our favor. Yeah. So everything means everything. Take that into perspective. Everything means lucky breaks and unfortunate setbacks. Yeah. Everything is working in our favor. You know, so all those setbacks that I had, those losses, but we call them learning experiences.
That's a good mindset.
You put them. You either win or you learn, right? So then you put those experiences, those lessons to. You apply them, and you're supposed to get better. Uh-huh. Dang it!
And you did. And so that's great. So we hope that we see you soon in the ring again. And I look forward to talking to you again. Do you want to shout out like anybody or your Instagram or?
Absolutely, yo! I want to shout out all my sponsors. I want to shout out Megalodon Marketing. I want to shout out Allstate's Med, Mr. Fresh Delivery Factory. You guys been with me since the very beginning, and we're gonna ride this thing to the very end. I thank you for your trust. Thank you all the fans. Thank you for all the followers, all the love, all the energy that you guys send me. I gotta tell you that you inspire me so much. You know what I mean? I think about you guys when I'm training because I really do believe that when we win, we elevate each other. You know, me getting a win might uplift somebody on a dark day, because it does for me when I see my buddies winning. Like, so and so is winning. Come on, I got another rep in me. I got one more rep in me. You know what I mean? I'm not done yet.
You're a good man.
So that's what's up, man.
I love you, brother.
Stay tuned. We got a lot of projects coming up. Okay, fighting like 3 more times this year.
Oh wow!
Stay very active to answer that question.
Oh wow! All right, so we'll catch you on the next one then.
All right, dog.
All right.
Cheers, my G. Peace.